Welcome back to my channel. Here is July 2019's bullet journal plan with me. This month I'm going for a more minimalistic spread, and I'm still using the 2-page half spread calendar half spread introduction page. This time I switched it up and did the calendar on the left side and the intro page on the right side. So here I just wanted to use a ruler to use clean lines because I'm using a geometric spread for this month, and the clean lines just really helped emphasize the geometric shapes instead of having a squiggly line like if I tried to just freeball the lines. I just used a light blue marker to fill in little dots for the days of the month, and then went in with my fine liner to write in the date. On the next page, I'm just using my ruler to make some random lines in kind of a geometric pattern on the right. I used a compass to make the circles around the rest of the page, and it was super infuriating. I don't know if anyone else has problems with their compass kind of flying off the page while they're trying to make circles. And here's the most nerve-wracking part, where I go over the pencil with a fine liner, and I have to freehand that because my pen won't fit in the compass, but it turned out pretty okay. If anybody has a compass that does fit a pen, comment it below because I'd love to have one that I can use. I kept this page relatively simple, just using different blues and the black pen to decorate the front page. Because the pattern is very geometric and a little bit intricate but still very simple, I thought simple colors would really make it pop out of the page. And I do think that the dark blue really emphasized this. I skipped over some frustrating circles and went into a triangle geometric pattern for my mood tracker for the month. I haven't been using a mood tracker as much, but I thought it would be fun with this pattern for the month and this spread to try it out and see if I wanted to incorporate it back into my monthly spreads. On the left, I'm using the circle habit tracker that I used in the first couple months of this year. It's really hard to get all those circles just perfect with the pen, but I think that I did a fairly decent job. Of course I made some mistakes, but as I filled it in, it ended up looking pretty good still, and you can barely tell if you used a dark marker to fill in the habits. So it's another incentive to keep up with the healthy habits like working out, drinking water, because you have to fill it in to cover your mistakes. For the crossing lines, I didn't use anything to tick off a certain number of degrees. I just kind of eyeballed the different spaces, and I feel like it comes out pretty much the same look without taking so much time to count out like, oh, this is 15 degrees and must be that all the time. And then I filled in the rest of the page with that same geometric pattern, but this time I used a couple different colored markers, and I kind of got it on the other page, so you have to be careful about that. But I really like how it looked with the different patterns and the circles. I think it tied in well with the first page. And I just wanted to decorate with another little circle of color. And on these times, I did fill in some of the blocks to give the spread a little bit more color and have that page pop out a little bit more. This color scheme for the month, again, is pretty simple. I just used different blues and also gray to have a little bit of contrast, and then leave up most of the space white to just have those colors pop and stand out against the page. I'm using a piece of paper underneath the left page just to keep from writing on the rest of my book, and I'm just using different color Crayola Supertip markers to go in and continue the design on this spread. I tried not to go over the accesses of the lines too much, but it kind of all went together, but that's alright. It kind of looked really webby when I added some stuff on the outside. On the right, I did my favorite page, which is my workout tracker, which is just super effective to know what I've been doing in the gym over the month. and on the left I'm just doing an ideas page to write down any ideas that I think of for work, bullet journaling, or anything in particular. And now we get into the weekly spread. This one was super simple because I went with a vertical spread with just the days of the week at the top, and then I continued on the pattern from the rest of the month with a couple of different colors of my markers. And I really liked how simple this was because there was a lot of room for planning and no borders, so it didn't matter if you needed to jot a note down at the bottom, and you had plenty of space to do so. It was really refreshing on the front page to have a really simple geometric pattern against all the doodles on the other pages, and I just went in with my fine liner on my future log and just filled in the same patterns with motifs from the different ones that I've used. And here's for the final flip through of July 2019.